Going to talk about the solution for managing wireless user with MikroTik RouterOS. My name is Mohammad Jawad Sabri. I have got Master of Science Computer Engineering. I'm MikroTik certified consultant, and I have 4 certificates from MikroTik. And the important note in this slide is I love MikroTik. Okay. You can see my topics on the screen. At the first, we want to talk about applications of this solution. And then we want to talk about Hotspot User Manager and configuration DIM. Okay. This solution can be used in every place that you need authentication for client before access to public network. For example, internet. This solution can be used in hotels, malls, university, and so on. Okay? What is Hotspot? The MikroTik Hotspot Gateway provides authentication for client before access to public network. For example, you can see a wireless network. When your client connects to network, Hotspot login page for clients. Not important what device. In every device and every operating system, client can access to public network after authentication. Okay. What is User Manager? User Manager is a radio server and management system that can be used for Hotspot user, TPP user, DHCP user, wireless user, and RouterOS users. Also, you can see user managed environment on this screen. Good. We want to start configuration hotspot on the router. Before starting configuration hotspot, we should enable DNS on the router because DNS is necessary for running hotspot. For this, we should go to IP menu and click on DNS. After that, DNS setting window will be open for us. We should enter DNS server in server text box and set allow remote request checkbox. Okay. Set allow remote request checkbox and then click on OK. After that, the router can be response to DNS request from clients. Okay. Now, for starting to hotspot setup, we should go to IP menu and click on hotspot. After that, you can see hotspot window. For hotspot setup, we should click on hotspot setup button, and after that, we can see hotspot setup wizard. Hotspot setup wizard is very simple and very good. At the first step, we should select interface for hotspot interface. Hotspot interface is an interface that hotspot is run on it. For example, WLAN 1 and click on next. In next step, we should specify IP address for hotspot interface and set masquerade network checkbox. After that, click on next. This step is optional. You can edit range of IP for hotspot client and then go to next step with click on next. Also, this step is optional. If you want a secure hotspot login page, you can select SSL in this step and go to next step. But this step is not important for running hotspot, just optional. And then click on next. If you have SMTP server in your network, you can specify IP address it in this step, and all email traffic will redirect to this SMTP server. But this step is optional, not important for running hotspot, and we click on next. All steps click on next. Okay, this step is very, very important for running hotspot and do work it. We should enter DNS server in this step. For example, 8.8.8.8, and click on next. After that, you should specify DNS name for hotspot. For example, MikroTik.hotspot. Important note in this step is hotspot DNS name should be FQDN name format. For example, MikroTik.hotspot or hotspot.mikrotik or google.com. But if you select google.com, always client go to google.com, but open hotspot login page or a status page is bad and not good. Then after that, click on next. In this step, we can create a user for login and authentication in hotspot after running hotspot, because maybe you connect to router with this interface, and after running hotspot, all traffic between router and laptop is dropped, and you can access to router. Then you need a user. You can use this user. For test, user A and password A. After that, click on next. Now, hotspot setup is done and hotspot is run. Please connect to hotspot AP1 SSID. After that, you can see default login page, and you can authentication in it with user A and password A. Okay? Thank you. This page is a default login page, and you can edit it with HTML and CSS and so on, and create a customized login page. Very beautiful and nice. And you can upload it on the router and enjoy it. You can upload file on the router in file list and use it. Now, we want connect hotspot user manager and use better features on the user manager and enjoy it. For connecting hotspot to user manager, we should go to IP menu and click on hotspot. After that, we should go to server profiles and double click on the server profiles. After that, this window will be open for us. For connecting hotspot to user manager, we should set use radius checkbox, and after it, click on OK. Now, all requests for accounting and authentication after check in local database will send to user manager. It will send to radius, and we should specify a radius in RouterOS. Okay? Now, we want specify radius in RouterOS. We should click on radius buttons and click on add. After that, new radius server window comes up for us. We should select hotspot in server in service section, and enter user manager IP address in address text box, and an enter word in secret. Is a very important secret word for connecting between user manager and hotspot. After that, click on OK. Now, all configuration on the router is done, and you should go to user manager and do other configuration on the user manager. Okay. I'm sorry, I forgot I'm coming. We should enable I'm coming on the router. For enable I'm coming, we should click on radius buttons and click on the I'm coming button and set accept checkbox and click on OK for do incoming. Okay. Now we want to configuration user manager, connect user manager to hotspot, create a limitation profile user and test it and enjoy it. Okay. Before starting to configuration user manager, we should log into user manager. For login to user manager, you should enter this URL in the browser. For example, your router address /userman. After that, you can see this login page, and you can log in with admin for user and without password at the first time. After click on login, you can see user manage environment. Now we want connect user manager to hotspot. For this, we should click on routers button. After that, click on add menu, and after that, click on new. Now you can see router details forms, and we should complete this form. Enter a name for router, for example R1. Enter router IP address and enter secret word that I said is very important in RouterOS configuration. Then we should enable COA support. COA support is incoming option in RouterOS. We should set COA support checkbox and enter 3799 in COA port text box and then click on add. Now user manager can respond to requests from router. Okay. Now we need to profile and limitation and user for use hotspot and enjoy it. For creating limitations, we should click on profiles and then go to limitations tab and then click on add menu. After that, we should click on new. And we can see limitation details. In the name text box, we should enter a name for limitation. For example, 512 PPS. And we should specify a value of traffic in transfer text box. For example, 1G means that 1 gigabyte for transfer traffic. And we should specify values for rate limits sections for limitation on bandwidth. After that, we should click on add. Now we have a limitation, and we can use this limitation in profiles. For create a profile and use limitation, we should click on profiles button and go to profiles tab. After that, we should click on add. And in this step, after click on add, we should specify name for profile and click on create. After that, we can complete profile, all settings, for example, validity for expire date, or stars or shared user, and other parameters, and add a limitation for this profile. For add limitation for this profile, we should click on add new limitation buttons and select a limitation for this user with set checkbox and click on add. Now we have a profile with limitation with settings, and we should save it. we click on Save Profile. After that, we can create a user, assign profile to users. For creating user, we should go to user, click on users button. After that, click on add menu and then click on one. If you need one users, click on one. If you need many users, you can use batch file and create a user with تصادفی چی میشه؟ Random username and random password. Okay, now we should click on one. After click on one, we should enter a username in username text box and enter a password in password text box and select profile in assign profile sections. Now we have a user with password and profile and limitation, and we can test it. Please connect to Hotspot AP2 and log into Hotspot with user 1 and 12344 password and test it. Okay, thank you. After that, if you want to see your IP address or other information or log off from Hotspot, you can go to this URL, hotspot2.mikrotik or hotspot DNS name, your hotspot DNS name, /status. After go to this URL, you can see this page and your information, and you can log off with click on log off button. Also, you can see my reference, and thank you, and a special thanks from Mani Raistana and Vai Shahbazian for support me. Do you have any question? What? Yes. Okay. Okay. In Hotspot, all DNS requests redirect to the router with a rule in this NAT, and for example, when you connect to Hotspot network, when you open any website, you will see Hotspot login page, because all traffic redirect to local DNS and load Hotspot login page. Okay, you can use other DNS. Just for example, because Google is very good DNS and a very good uptime, I use it. No problem. Okay. I'm sorry. Do you have any question? No? Thank you.